In this video, I'm going to attempt to get random students I got from my Discord into big tech companies, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Citadel, blah, 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 all the big ones. If I can't get at least one student into one of these companies, then I have to take a bite out of this thing. The point of this video is to show you that anybody can do this. It's not all luck. I mean, it's not no luck, but it's not all luck. I've designed an entire process. I'm gonna share with you the whole thing and show you the results at the end. So here are the rules. I can use all my knowledge and resources and all the money I don't have to help these students, but I cannot offer students referrals. Why did I choose these 8 students? Well, because they were the best and brightest minds, and also I only had 8 applicants. If you wanna see the students' profiles, pause right here. Okay, let's talk about the 3 major components to getting a job. There's the application, the interview, and the part where you go home and cry because you didn't get a job and you feel really bad. And that last one might just be me. First, let's focus on the application. This is easily overlooked by 99% of students. Yes, that's a real statistic. Don't look it up. Don't. Just take my word for it. So, there are 3 important parts to an application. First, there's generally an ATS system, and second, the average recruiter only looks at your resume for 6 seconds. So, for the ATS system, this system takes your resume and stamps the hell out of it, like aggressively. And then it takes whatever it got from that, just a bunch of text, and it compares it against a job posting, somewhere over here. It basically ranks you against that job posting. Not completely unlike how my parents rank me against my more successful cousins. Then it spits out a score determining how well you matched that job posting. Simple, right? I should say Facebook Recruiter told us that they don't do this for intern applications, but take that with a grain of salt. In fact, just take this whole video with a grain of salt. So here's what I designed. I designed a 2 resume approach. Yes, you heard that right, 2 resumes. The first one is an ATS scannable one. The second one is just a really nice looking one. Now, let me explain. If your resume doesn't scan through an ATS system and they use one, you're just dead in the water. Like, very simply put, there's no coming back. Now, a good way to check if your resume is ATS scannable is open it up, do Control A, select all text, then go over to a notepad, Control V, paste it all into that notepad. And if everything looks messed up and you can't read anything, then your resume is not ATS scannable. If it looks kind of structured enough, then you're probably fine. There's resumes like jobscan.co, which we use in this video, and it will rank your resume against any job description that you plug into it. It's a really cool tool, but we will talk about it later. And no, I am not sponsored by JobScan. They didn't respond to my email. We noted a few things from JobScan. Most students were getting a 20% match between their resume and the job. Now, with just a few simple changes, we got that up to 60 to 70% pretty quickly. Another thing, ATS systems don't generally play well with abbreviations, so put the full length word and the abbreviation just to make sure you get both. Do you remember the movie Moneyball? In it, Fat Jonah Hill came up with this algorithm for deciding if baseball players were going to be good or bad. And it was pretty elegant and simple. The only metric was how often does the player get on base? And that's any base, not even just a home run. This simple heuristic let them replace all of their big names with like cheap level substitutes, and they ended up almost winning whatever people do in baseball. I created a similar heuristic for our purposes. How long does the recruiter look at the resume? My goal is only to optimize on this metric. So I created these resume templates. The Facebook resume that looks like a Facebook feed, a Google resume that looks like Google search, Microsoft resume that looks like Windows 11. These have been available for a really long time on my website, but I originally created these just for this purpose, just for this experiment. And I actually didn't give everybody access to them until these 8 students used them. If you want these resume templates, you can still go to hiredfortech.com, enter your email. Now, here's what you're gonna say. This is you, look. But Jason, that resume won't scan through the ATS system. Fucking 200 upvotes in my comment section. Look, I saved you the trouble. That resume is not going to go through the ATS system. You use your first resume to get through the ATS system. Any instance when you're going to be emailing this to someone, or there's no ATS system, or you're in a career event and you're in person, use the other resume, because that's the one that's optimized for that situation. If you're thinking, do those resume templates actually help? One of the students reached out to a Facebook recruiter and showed their resume and got this as a response. The last thing I did for these students was I reviewed their resumes, every single version of it that they created for every company, and then I had them review each other's resumes, which was one of the most valuable parts of the whole process. Okay, now let's talk about the interview process. So you might be sent an OA, or an online assessment, which is just basically a coding test to see if you're qualified to do a coding test. Okay, it's bullshit, but a lot of people, they tell you you have to do these things alone, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Most people don't do these things alone. They do them in pairs or sometimes more. I don't wanna be sitting here telling you to cheat on it, so I'm not going to say that. So you passed the OA. I don't know how you did it, you beautiful bastard, but you did it. Now, sometimes there's a phone screen, probably no for interns, but they ask you like a semi-technical question, something like, how would you explain a computer to a 5-year-old? Or how would you explain recursion to a 5-year-old? Basically, the recruiter has a 5-year-old and they really want to get them into coding and they just have no idea how to do it. Okay, so you've solved that, you got that, and now you're on to the actual interview. Now, this is the part of the process that's been so beaten to death. There are hundreds of products out there, some free, some paid. They're all essentially just doing LeetCode problems. Now, because I was trying to pull out all the stops, I felt like I needed to spend money in some way on this part of the process. So I paid for Algo Expert. Now you might be thinking, Jason, you're doing paid promotion for Clement now? And no. In fact, I've never spoken to him my entire life. If I did, I'd say, hey Clement, nice to meet you. And then I'd probably say like, hey man, go easy on the hair. And then, I shouldn't say that. No, cut that. I'm not even gonna say that, I'm kidding. I think it's clear it's a joke. If you don't want to purchase Algo Expert, buy LeetCode or do Blind or Grind 75. They're just lists of LeetCode problems. Okay, so now that you heard the full plan, how did we actually do? So there were a few problems, to say the least. Well, after I made this whole plan and created all the resources for it, the world hit a bit of an economic scare. A bunch of tech companies basically went on hiring freezes to stop the bleeding. Of all the tech companies that we planned on getting into, only Amazon and Google ended up making regular job postings. But the students still applied, so let's take a look at how they did. 2 students snagged 4 offers. First one landed offers at Vidyard, Omer's, Tribal Scale, Owanda, and then I think they took Omer's. Second student landed offers from Ford, Point Click Care, TD, and BlackBerry. Fun fact, I worked at BlackBerry, and they sold my entire team, including me, to Ford. Funny. Another student matched with Toyota. One student got an interview from Citadel, and they emailed him to set up a time, and then they just randomly revoked it, which also kind of sucks. 3 ended up not getting any internships, but they're gonna try again for next term. That was a mistake. One of the students here got an internship at Tangam. One student got an interview at Amazon. I ended up not being able to help him through the process too much because I was on vacation at the time, but he did a pretty bang up job and he got waitlisted, meaning that he passed the interview, but they don't have enough jobs and they're kind of rolling them out. Now, he also ended up getting a job offer at a company called Level.co, and he ended up taking that because he thought a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. One last really cool thing. Now, remember I told you that 2 students didn't get an internship? Well, the very next term, one of these students applied to Amazon and got an offer. I asked her, what was the difference between your resume the last time we applied together and this time when you applied on your own? This is what she said.
So the format of my resume was pretty much the same the both times I applied. But I think I did make 2 very important changes. The first change was that in my most recent co-op or internship, I made sure to kind of optimize the information a little bit and make it more relevant to what Amazon was looking for. And then the second change that I made was I actually added a research position that I did at the University of Waterloo. So by adding these 2 changes, I think that definitely helped. And even after talking to a lot of recruiters from these big companies, they all talk about how they're actually looking for how much internship experience you have. So I guess the more internship experience you have, the more likely they are to accept your resume.
Now, since you got that job outside of the 90 days I had to do this challenge, I still have to do the punishment. So here we go. This is what you've been waiting for. Okay, as promised, no student got hired. It's actually not too bad. Oh, that's in the nose. Oh, actually, that's not good. That does not sit well. Oh my God. You better subscribe to this video. Oh.